Hey, good morning, deprivators. Um, Today we're going to be playing Planet Zoo for about an hour and a half, a little less. We're going to take a short 10-minute break in between games. So we'll stop around, well, it's 9 o'clock for me now, 9:02, but we're going to stop somewhere in the neighborhood of about 10:25. And we'll take a 10-minute break, and then at 10:35 we're going to come back and we're going to commit some more crimes and enlisted. um, Today I've got HEB brand pomegranate green tea. It's delicious. Love me some green tea. We'll be switching up tea like we switch up games every single day. I'll try a different tea until I run out, and then I just start cycling through them until I run out of everything I have, and then we'll get some new tea. See if we can find a favorite. I have never played this game before. I do have some Tycoon experience. However, never played Planet Zoo. In fact, I just installed this game and made my little avatar, which you can see on the globe here. Let me just move on around. I'm in Southeast Texas. Hello, welcome to the chat. I'm in Southeast Texas. That's about as close as I could get without actually looking at the marker, and it wouldn't let me move too far to the east. So there it is. I just got the trophy for doing that, so we're going to start the career for the first steps to teach me how I'm going to mess up this zoo. And like I said, about an hour and a half into this, we're going to stop. We're going to move over to enlisted. We're going to commit some war crimes. So I like to keep things chill in the morning, just kind of ramp up, do something thrilling after that, and then let you go on about your day. So let's start. The stately homeschooling Goodwin House tutorial. Medium. I don't even know what I'm doing, but okay. We'll do medium. It's weird to have difficulty settings on a tutorial, but hey, what do I know? Oh, I almost forgot today's sponsor. Today's sponsor is the delicious crumbs you find at the bottom of your cereal. That's all. Okay, okay. Weird to do a museum here, or not a museum, a
Heyo
zoo.
at Hematu. Yeah. Oh, sorry about that. I have a habit of slipping back into the Planko language. It's good to finally meet you in person. I'm Bernard, although I insist you call me Bernie. The only person who calls me Bernard is my wife. And even then, only when I've tracked elephant dung into the carpets.
Excuse me. I'd
As you
I'd call
know,
you a
I
divorce
own
lawyer.
several zoos, but I always like to show people the ropes here at my home. This is the first zoo I ever opened, and a source of great pride for me. And prides, thanks to a lion breeding program we ran in the 80s.
All right.
But
W
we're in
joke.
the middle of a big renovation, and that's where you come in. Sadly, our old contractor had to retire after developing a fur allergy. Poor devil kept sneezing his dentures into the lion habitat.
What?
So, it's up to you to finish everything off. Don't worry, though. I'm not completely throwing you in at the deep end. My head keeper, Nancy Jones, will be lending a helping hand. Oh, she's a hard worker, and she'll expect you to be too. But I'm sure you'll get along like a house on fire, or even better, one that isn't on fire. Less shouting that way.
What?
Hello there. From that rosy, fresh face of yours, I'm guessing you're Bernie's new hire.
Nope.
Good. Now, I hope you're ready to ditch your diploma because we're about to get really hands-on. But before we begin the real work, how about we familiarize you with the zoo by learning how to fly around it and visiting some of our beautiful animals?
I'd
We'll
love to.
start by popping over and having a look-see at the grizzly bears in their habitat.
Okay, so this is the camera, obviously. What do I do here? I found it. It's right here.
Did you know that grizzly bears, also known as Ursus arctos horribilis, can hibernate for up to 7 months a year? Oh, but then again, given the chance, I think a lot of people would do that too.
Preach.
Select
Okay.
one of the bears and you'll bring up its information panel.
Okay. Hey, animal's doing great. It's a little upset with its habitat,
This
but
is where you can
not
find
really.
out all kinds of information about your animal. The most important thing being its overall welfare. You'll learn more about animal welfare today as we go through your objectives. But for now, let's enjoy this magnificent animal. Why don't you select the camera from inside its information panel?
This game's gonna be fun.
See, now this is a fantastic way to get a close look at your animals. Okay, when you're ready, let's pop over to the other side of the zoo and take a look at the lions. I've marked their location for you to find.
W. Yep, this is gonna be good. Alright. Let's find the lions. me a
Panthera
lion.
leo. Or the West African lion to you and me. Lions are the most social of the big cats, and there can be as many as 40 lions in a pride. Although prides of that size are pretty rare. As Bernie would say, those lions are awesome. Which is precisely why I handle training instead these days. Anyway, how about we get started on those objectives? Come on, let's head over to an empty habitat and see what needs doing there.
Empty habitat, huh? Oh, right there. Got it. What are we building here?
As you can see, it's a lovely space for animals, but it's missing a certain something.
Is it
Well,
animals?
Two somethings. Warthogs. So I'd like you to adopt a pair of them. To adopt animals, we need to open the animal market, which is in the animal trading section.
Okay.
There we are. A pair of perfectly splendid warthogs for our zoo. Just select them and choose Adopt. Normally, the animal exchange would be full of animals, but I've emptied out the market while you learn how
Trophy.
it works.
Welcome to the family.
The last thing I need is you accidentally ordering a dozen elephants.
What? There we go.
When
All right.
you adopt an animal, it's automatically placed in the trade centre, where they're held until you're ready to move them into their habitat, which, as it happens, you are. So how about you move them into their new home?
Yeah. Got it. And then do it again. Wait. Yeah, there. Do it again. Send to zoo.
When you ask for an
Oh, we
animal
got
to
it.
be moved into a habitat, your caretakers
We're
will
learning.
go to the trade centre, collect your animal, and deliver them to your selected habitat. I've marked the trade centre's location, so let's go and watch the caretakers in action. Well, as you can see, those caretakers don't hang about. They'll move those animals to their destination as fast as possible. Of course, normally we'd have to place the animals into quarantine before moving them into a habitat, but I am assured by a person of good standing that these warthogs are in the very rudest of health.
That's
Right,
not
let's get the
something
warthog's
you should just
habitat
trust,
finished
though.
up so we can keep them nice and happy. You see, each animal in the zoo has an overall welfare statistic, basically how happy they are. And that overall welfare statistic is itself comprised of 4 different areas: nutrition, social health, habitat, and enrichment. Luckily, if you select an animal, you'll bring up their animal welfare information panel, which we saw earlier, where you can see how they're doing. That way, you'll know exactly what areas need to be addressed. Don't worry if that's a lot to remember. You can always check the Zoopedia for more information.
Nah, I like this. This is gonna make me look forward to Mondays for
Let's
sure.
start by making sure we're taking care of the warthog's nutrition welfare. To do this, we'll need to place a food station and a drinking station. Now, Each animal requires a different type of feeding station. And for the warthogs, it's a small feeding trough. So let's add one of those and a water bowl. Animals also
See, we
require
do it like
stimulation
this,
to keep them happy.
so
Let's add
people
a
can see them.
lovely mud bath for the warthogs to roll around in.
Oh, yes,
That
please.
bath will count towards their enrichment welfare, specifically their toy enrichment welfare.
I put it close here so little kids can get splashed with mud. They're like, Mommy, Daddy, look.
Oh, nice work. You've got a knack for this, I see. Now, our contractor had to leave in a hurry, so this place is in a feral state. Unfinished thingamajigs and whatsits all over the shop. But the first thing we need to finish is the ostrich habitat. It's over near the hippos.
Ooh, I love ostriches. Tried to get my wife to let me have an ostrich when we move and get a big old house in the country, and she vetoed it. Big sad.
Oh,
She said, "You must be crazy." I
Before we
said, "Maybe a
building
little."
our ostrich habitat, let's pause time for a moment.
You telling me that we can just pause time?
That's more like it. A quick break. Sometimes it's a good idea to pause the game whilst you're doing something which requires your concentration, because it'll stop the zoo spinning out of control while you're looking the other way. Let's keep the game paused while we get this ostrich habitat built. Okay, job number 1 here is to add a habitat gate before we complete the barrier. Every habitat needs a habitat gate. After all, how else would the keepers get in and out? Just make sure it's hooked up to the path so the keepers can reach it.
Okay. Edit barrier. Oh, we found it. Habitat gate. Perfect. Obstructed. How is it obstructed? Excuse me? Oh. What? What? Yo, am I tripping? Outside placement area. You've got to, buddy, what? Okay. Okay.
Right, let's complete the perimeter barrier so we can adopt us some ostriches. I've marked out an area for you to use, so I'd like you to finish off the perimeter using the brick barrier. Good work.
Ha.
Remember, before you can place animals in any habitat, it has to have a full loop of connected barrier. Now, you've probably noticed that guests can't actually see into this habitat at the moment, at least not without a stepladder. But seeing as they're banned, I'd like you to select a piece of barrier and swap out the brick
Why are
for a glass barrier,
stepladders banned?
so the guests can see in.
Well, yeah, we want them like right here. Replace a section with glass. Select the glass barrier browsers. Okay, highlight a section of barrier, glass barrier in the browser to swap it. We're learning. We want glass
There
right
we go.
here.
Adding in more windows gives guests even more opportunities to see the animals in a habitat. It's
It's
always
kinda
best
scary,
to make
actually.
sure the guests can get a good view into a habitat from the path they're walking on, because it makes them happy, and because this would be a pretty terrible zoo if they couldn't. The last thing we need to do is to add a donation box. You see, when guests enjoy the view of an animal, they'll make a donation. Just make sure you put them in easy-to-reach places, like near a viewing point. Donation boxes are one of the main sources of income for the zoo, so make sure you remember them.
I'm glad somebody said something. Wait, but what about the ostriches?
Now, before we adopt our ostriches, you should
Okay. I was
unpause
gonna
time.
say.
After all, if time's paused, then so are our caretakers, which will make it a bit tricky for them to deliver the ostriches.
Wait, I could put the order in. Adopt and place
Oh,
4
by
new
the
common
way, as well
ostriches.
as pausing time, you can also speed it up. It'll run everything at 2
Oh, I
times
don't
and
want to do
5
that.
times faster. It can be useful, especially if you're waiting for money to accumulate or for animals to be delivered to your habitat. Personally, I use it when I'm waiting for a brew to finish. All right, you've finished the habitat, so it's high time we adopted those ostriches, don't you think? Let's get 4 of them in here.
Already on it. We're learning quickly.
While we wait for them to be collected by the caretakers and brought to the habitat, you should get it ready for them.
Smart.
Add a suitable feeding station, water station, and an appropriate food enrichment item. It's often best to place things like enrichments and feeding stations near to the habitat perimeter, so guests can get a really good view of the animals.
Food. Oh. Wait. No. How do I rotate it not like this? I don't like that. We'll do this right here, I guess. Yeah, what do I know? We're just gonna place it right there for now. We'll have to figure it out later. Water trough. Food enrichment. A slow feeder. Put that right over here. Bronze award.
Oh, good to see the ostriches have somewhere they can really stretch their legs. Did you know they can actually run at 43 miles per hour? Oh, heaven forbid they ever escape. A speed camera finds alone would bankrupt us.
Well, Bernie certainly seems impressed. Did you do his speed camera joke? Every time we get an ostrich. So, now we've made the
Why didn't you
ostriches'
have any
lives a
ostriches
bit
then?
better, let's do the same for the keepers, shall we? To make it easier for the keepers to feed the ostriches and hippos, we should build a new keeper hut. Keeper huts are where the keepers prepare the food for animals, so they should be placed near to the habitats to make sure the keepers don't waste their time walking when they should be looking after the animals. You'll need to rotate the keeper hut to get it to connect up to the path.
See, I don't like that. But I guess I'll deal with it for now. Okay. Alright, fine. I'll bite. Inval... What you mean invalid rotate, buddy? Invalid rotation. Okay. Does that work? Weird. But alright.
This keeper hut only has space for one keeper, but the larger keeper hut can allow multiple keepers to prepare food at the same time. Oh, but bear in mind that keeper huts and other staff facilities shouldn't be placed near to areas where there are lots of guests. Guests don't like seeing facility buildings, and it can affect their happiness. Negatively. In case that wasn't clear. Something that all facilities, shops, and a whole host of other objects need is power. And that obviously includes your newly built keeper hut. So let's place a transformer next to it, shall we?
Optimus Prime. Okay. There it is. Figured it out.
Lovely work. Now the keepers can start using the hut to prepare food, and thanks to where you've put it, they won't need to walk very far to deliver it to the ostriches and hippos. Let's get on to your next objective then. Bengal tigers. We want to adopt some, but I'm afraid there's nothing ready for them yet. Head on over to the plot of land I've marked out. It's not too far away.
We're here.
Righty, your next job is to build a habitat from scratch. And concrete and glass, I expect. So, go ahead and build it. Just make sure that the habitat includes that big hole we've dug. Oh, and don't forget to add a habitat gate to the barrier. Oh, and make sure the guests will be able to see the tigers.
All right. We're going to replace it with glass after. Big sections of glass. Okay. All right, so we're going to do glass and glass. And one more section of glass right here. All right, now we got to add a gate. See, we got this. We got this. Add a gate right there. Perfect.
Now, Bernie takes safety very seriously at his zoos, so we should probably make sure those tigers can't jump out of their habitat, don't you think? The way we'll do it is by changing the height of the habitat's barrier. Okay then, let's select the habitat barrier and then jump into barrier editing mode.
Okay. You're gonna have to give me a little bit of guidance there. Okay. Edit barrier. Come on, game. Give me a little bit of help there. Straight sections, curve, angle snap, height snap, follow terrain, window, snap to adjacent heights. No, you're gonna have to give me a give me some help there, game. Select it. Barrier status. I see that. Barrier edit mode. What is this? Save as blueprint. It's not that. No bodies of water. We're gonna look through everything, chat. I'll have to remember to ban you later. Informative jukebox for trying to get me to buy viewers. Big L. Come on. Okay, we're gonna go back to edit barrier, and I'm just gonna look again. It's a height snap. Sets the height movement tool to, okay. No. See, this isn't even a thing, so that's not it. Snap to adjacent heights, add notches to height adjustment. Nope. This ain't it. Same thing here. Highlight hidden paths, height snap selected posts on edit. Maybe I'm just tripping. Maybe I'm overthinking this. You think we're overthinking this? I think maybe I am. Wait, let's select the habitat. No.
Great. Now highlight the entire perimeter of the habitat. You can do that by selecting fence segments one by one, or select one and hold to use the multi-select mode.
What? Okay. Done. Then how do I set the boundary? Edit height. It's right there at the bottom. Wait. Okay, wait. Okay, wait. Okay, wait. Multi-select, right? We're going to select all these. Make sure everything's selected. Okay. Hold to edit height. Hold to edit height.
Now that the habitat is in place, don't forget
Okay.
to put down a donation box near to your viewing areas. We need every dollar we can get. Especially as these tigers aren't exactly eating instant noodles for lunch.
I don't see any glass, by the way. I told it to be glass, but I guess maybe... You're glass now. No, I want you glass. There we go. And you. You're glass. Can't make it glass. Weird flex, but okay. You're glass. And we're going to try this one more time. You're glass. Perfect. Why does that look like there's nothing there? I don't understand. Oh, that is glass. Okay, no, we're good. That's not glass, though, and I'm kind of upset. I want that to be glass. I guess we can just make this glass, but I'd rather this be glass, so make it glass. Outside placement area, not possible. Very much not possible. All things considered. All right, kind of a letdown there, but I guess we'll take care of that. Donation box, we're going to put one right here.
Okay, that's the habitat boundary complete, the habitat gate in place, and most importantly, the tigers won't be able to jump out of it anymore. I think it's time we adopted those tigers.
Yes, quite.
Whilst our trusty caretakers collect and deliver the tigers, let's take a look at preparing the habitat for their arrival. We'll start with the basics. Add a suitable feeding station for them.
Large food tray. Y'all want to see them eat? You can see them eat right here.
This time, instead of adding a water bowl, let's try something different. Some animals need a pool in their habitat so they can go for a swim, but they can also use it to drink from. All you have to do is make sure the banks of the pool have a gentle slope so they can easily get a nice, refreshing drink. There's already a pool excavated, but you still need to fill it with water. You should do that by going into terrain and selecting the water tool. Yes, that'll do nicely. Of course, just like the warthogs and ostriches, these tigers will also need some enrichment.
Welcome to chat.
Why don't you add some suitable toy and food enrichment items into their habitat?
Select water. We need more water. What is happening here? There ain't no way you're like, hey, make them a lake, and you're not giving us, like, there. Oh, buddy. That's what I was looking for. Okay, we're good now. I'm happy with that. People to see food enrichment item. We'll put that right here. And we'll add a rubbing pad. Put that over here. But like right here.
Okay, it's really starting to take shape. Now, the tigers will need a shelter in their habitat so they can hide from the guests, or more likely, the bad weather. Although, given that we're in England, you might want to think of that just as normal weather. Go on, add a shelter to their habitat. You can either build one from various suitable bits and bobs, or if you like, just pop down the blueprint that I've already built for you.
They want to be able to hide from guests, so I want to make sure that they can hide in here. And also, I really want them to be able to escape. Right? That's how we're going to do this. I guess they want it to be like this. So we're going to do it right here. Perfect. Got a little hidey hole right there.
Poor Dabs. I'm sure it can't have escaped your attention that the tigers look a bit miffed. That's because they aren't too keen on the type of terrain in their habitat. Select a tiger and bring up its information panel.
Alright.
Rightio. Head over to the Terrain tab. That way you can view the terrain information and see how they feel about different types of terrain.
Animal needs
That'll
more
tell you what
short
the
grass,
tigers need
more
of
long
or
grass.
less of in this habitat.
Needs more soil.
Okay,
Okay.
then, open the terrain editing tool, select painting, and give them some more soil. Yes, that should help with the habitat part of their welfare.
Okay. What do we got? We're good on soil. Alright, we need more short, more long. Needs less long grass and more short grass. Okay. This kind of looks like super duper sad, so I'm not quite sure. Okay. Needs more short grass. So we're in the appropriate area for soil, so I don't have to worry about that anymore. We need more short grass. So we're going to add some more short grass.
Right then, all animals need plants and trees from their own biome or continent. You know, deserts, savannas, or Asia, Europe, that sort of thing. It looks like these tigers need a few more plants in their habitat. To get a perfect fit, use plants from the rainforest and temperate biomes that are native to Asia. Although if you have to, you can get away with using just one or the other. The tigers will also want a certain amount of their habitat to be covered by those plants. To find out which plants to use and how many, select a tiger and go to the Environment tab.
Okay.
Now,
So foliage.
as you can see, some of the plants currently in the habitat aren't quite right for the tiger, like the wattle bushes. You can remove them if you want. You can find all of the plants you need in the nature section, and you can use the filters to only show the types of plants you want to see. In this case, that's plants from the rainforest or temperate biomes.
Yeah, we're getting rid of all of it. It doesn't like it. This says Asia. You're looking for what? Tropical, temperate, and grassland. As tigers are going to get stressed out. Okay. Oh, that'll do it. Okay. Continent, Asia. And we're looking for what biomes? Tundra? And taiga? Maybe I'm tripping. Taiga for taigas? No, we're looking for tropical, temperate, and grassland. Tropical, temperate, grassland. Perfect. Banana palms. Oh, yes. Get some reeds going here. Heck yes. Look at that. Oh, beautiful, beautiful. That's great. They got a little area where they can really feel like they're safe. I love it. All right, what else? Get some big old trees. Put a tree right here. Yeah. Maybe one right there. Perfect. We'll get some bushes in here. Look at that. Cover this up. That way they feel even more secure. I love it. This is great. Gonna turn this a little bit. Give them some privacy, right? Yeah, I wasn't done.
They say the good fences make good neighbors. I guess that's doubly true when one of the neighbors is a Bengal tiger. Still, those tigers look so happy that I doubt they'd leave. Even if you did poke a hole in their fence. Oh, but for heaven's sake, don't test that theory.
Right. Let's head over to the Indian peafowls. I've been told that we need to improve their social welfare. Now then, just find one of the peafowls and select them to open their information panel. Then we can
Yeah,
have a good
peacock?
gander at how they're doing. Although technically, I suppose gandering would just be for geese. Expand their social welfare, and we can get a bit more detail.
Too few adults and juveniles in the social group.
Now, they've clearly got plenty of space and they're not stressed, but it looks like their social group isn't quite right. So let's find out more. Head over to the social tab to see what's wrong.
Yeah, I see it.
Right. As you can see, the peafowls need their population to be larger. To solve this little problem, you'll need to adopt 3 more female peafowls. Off you pop to the animal market then.
Off you pop. All right, let's get some more Indian peafowls. Adopt, adopt, adopt.
Good
There we
work
go.
on those peafowls. I expect they'll be delivered soon. But sadly, it sounds like our snow leopard is a bit grumpy. Let's head over there and see what's wrong with her.
One female, no males.
Just like people, animals can suffer from stress if things aren't quite right. You know, like when you see someone put in the milk before the tea bag. In the case of these snow leopards, they're a bit stressed by their lack of privacy. You can
Animal
lower
is
their
too
stress
hot.
levels by swapping out the normal glass barrier by their cave for one-way glass. It's not a cheap option, but I think they're worth the expense, don't you? This will give the snow leopards somewhere to go when they want to get away from the prying eyes of the guests.
Can we focus on the fact that the snow leopard is too hot first? Like, I feel like that's more important. What do I know? One-way glass.
Of course, when an animal isn't in its natural biome, it's probably going to be too hot or too cold. Unsurprisingly for the snow leopards, it's too hot. Even with the terrible British weather. You should help cool it down by adding some coolers to their habitat. But let's start by opening up the temperature heat map and having a look-see at the temperature in the leopard's habitat.
Oh, it's hot as hell.
As you can
It's a
see,
snow
we
leopard.
already have one cooler in there.
Who let
Let's
this
pop some
happen?
more down and get as much
This
of the
is my
habitat
first day.
as
This
chilly
wasn't my
as we
fault.
can. Luckily for us, this habitat already has power, but you'll need to make sure of that in the future. Just so you know, if any part of a habitat is powered, then the whole habitat will be powered.
Especially near the water. Let's place another one right here, and one especially right there.
You can find heat maps for all sorts of helpful things, so do be sure to explore them and make good use of them.
Okay, it's cooling everything
It'll
off.
take a little while for the temperature to adjust once you've added coolers or heaters, but now we've got the coolers in, we can address the leopard's terrain welfare. You see, what the leopards really want in here is snow and rock, so let's make that happen.
Put one more right there. There. Snow and rock.
Now then, all of that should give you a pretty good understanding of how to make animals happy. So I'd like you to go and check on all the other animals in the zoo and fix up any issues with their habitats. That'll increase the average welfare of the animals across the whole zoo. And that average welfare is a very important statistic.
Now, to quickly see how all your animals are doing in the zoo, you should head to the animal section of the zoo management screen.
I don't care about that. We're looking at the snow leopard right now. Okay? We're happy with all this? Perfect. See, that was important to me. Okay, find your animals. Okay, find your animals.
As you can see, this list shows you the animal's overall welfare. So
Turtles.
if something's amiss, then you can quickly pop over to them using the locate tool. Right. I'm off for a cuppa while you make sure all the animals are well looked after.
Okay. So, these turtles are upset. Everyone else is decent. The turtles are upset. Let's fix the turtles. Can't have that happening. Enrich. They're bored. Yo, I love reptiles and I love me some turtles. How dare you? How dare you? I'm right? Aldabra giant tortoises? Aldabra? I don't know how to pronounce that, but blocks of frozen fruit. Put in the water. Ooh. And a dog ball. Like, how dare they? Let me look at these turtles now. Enrichment. Toy enrichment and habitat. Too low. Food and water, beds and shelters, heaters and coolers, enrichment. All right, we got some of these going here. Let's put a herb scent marker over here, right there, and let's get a couple other balls in here. A small ice ball, big W right there. Mm-hmm. Perfect. And let's add a colorful ball. Perfect. You tell me them turtles are bored again. Tell me them poor turtles is bored again. Mm-hmm. Perfect. Habitat. No hard shelter. See, what was the previous dude doing? Hey, welcome to chat. What was the previous guy doing? Why wasn't he or she, whoever, why weren't they doing, the right thing? These poor turtles. Beds and shelters. We can get you a hard shelter. Come here. God, it's moving too fast. I'm not gonna be able to catch it. Look at that. Beautiful. Turtles can go around the back and get in here and be shaded and not have to worry about it. What is this? Animal alerts. Low welfare. Says who? Social. Stress. Why are you stressed? What's the matter? What's the matter? Animals have severe social welfare issues. Okay, I hear what you're saying. But can you tell me? Oh, look at this. This is terrible. Animal needs more sand. Animal needs more long grass. These people are terrible. What have they been doing? Perfect. See? That wasn't hard. Insufficient shelter spaces available to cover all animals. Hey, I'm gonna be real honest. That's a fucking lie. Right? These turtles, they all fit in there. So I don't know that I believe that. Would you rather have the wooden shelter? Because we can make that happen if that would make y'all feel better about it. Stop it. This right here. I want to delete it. How do I get rid of it? Hey, welcome to the chat. Yeah, we're going to get rid of this. These poor turtles. Whoever was in charge of this really done messed this up. So let's do a big wooden shelter, 8x4x2. Yeah, there's no way that that's not enough. We can do that. Ooh, I actually kind of like that. Let's do... Hoo 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 hoo! Yes. Alright, tell me these turtles are unhappy now. Yeah. See? No, I love me some turtles, and this wasn't going to work for me. Did we do it? I feel like we did it. Visiting player alerts. Someone's here. Okay, objectives. Did I finish? I finished. Increase the average habitat species overall welfare to 90%. I'm at 86%. Who's missing? Animals. Let's see, we got some unhappy elephants. Let's go look at the elephants. See, this is unacceptable. They should fire whoever was here before me, because you got animals with no enrichment at all. That's crazy. There. All right, let's get you some enrichment. Enrichment items. Start with food enrichment. Oh yeah, look at that. Y'all enjoy watching these elephants get these nums. These noms. A roller feeder maybe? We'll put that over here. Yeah. We'll get some toys going. Ooh, yes, mud baths like the warthogs. Will this adjust? It will, good. Mud baths. Get some tires going in here. See them play with the tires in the back. Some rubbing pillars. Oh my god, put it in the tree. You still got some sad ones? You sad? You still alive, right? Cool. See, that's what I'm talking about right there. Let's look at these animals. Who else is sad? All right, we got some sad warthogs. That's on me. I put the warthogs in. The zebras. Yo, what was this guy doing with his life? Holy crap. Yeah, let's go check out the zebras. Again, bored animals. Oh, look, they got the giraffes in here with the zebras too. Let's drop some lions in here. Make it perfect. Just kidding. Am I tripping? I'm tripping. I gotta be. Give me the plain zebra and the reticulated giraffe, I would assume. Sorry, I'm 5, I guess. Okay, yes, that's what we're looking for. So let's start with some toys. Let's get some grab balls going. Yeah? Grab balls. And we'll get some herb scent markers.
Not bad at all. I think it's fair to
I'm
say
not
that
done
you've passed
making
the
these
first part of your
animals
training
happy.
with flying colours.
Hello, welcome to
There's
chat.
still lots more to learn, but we'll have to head to another one of Bernie's zoos for that. If you want to grab your passport, we'll head off, shall we?
Fine. Fine.
Sounds like you got the whole zoo purring away nicely. Well, purring, grunting, screaming, booming. All the appropriate noises. I guess I was right to hire you, huh? Don't tell her I told you, but Nancy wasn't sure you'd even last the morning. So, we're happy this is working out. And Nancy owes me a Foxy coffee.
You can tell Nancy to take a long walk off a short pier.
I feel like you're the child I never had. After the one
How
I did
dare
have,
she doubt me.
obviously. But you see, zookeeping's not for my daughter. Don't get me wrong. Emma absolutely loves animals. But she set her sights somewhat higher. Wants to save the entire planet. I'll just settle for saving a couple of species. Oh, and maybe having a type of frog named after me.
It's a good goal. I like that goal. For those of you joining us, we do have another about 10 minutes. I'm sorry, not 10 minutes. I lied. Another 20 minutes of playing Planet Zoo. What we're doing here is I'm trying a new format now that I've come back to streaming, and we're going to do cozy chill games. You can say this as whatever you want. Cozy chill games for about an hour and a half, and then we're going to move over to something more action-oriented or thrilling. Today it is Planet Zoo, then Enlisted. So we'll take a 10-minute break in about 20 minutes, and then I'll come back for Enlisted. Just, trying to keep it fresh. We start off the morning chill, and then we kind of drink some tea. I'm drinking pomegranate green tea today from HEB. And kind of get ourselves awake and alive. And then today we're going to go commit war crimes afterwards. So we're going to start this, and we'll play it for a little bit, and then move on. And take our break. Hopefully I'll see y'all after the break. I know that it's kind of whiplash between the two different kinds, but I think that some people might like to have a little slow start, and then maybe they want to move to something a little more intense. I know I do in the mornings. So that's what we're going to start doing. I do have a schedule posted. I am going to try to adhere to that schedule as close as possible. This is my first time playing Planet Zoo. As you can see, we're doing the tutorial. And let me tell you, I loved Roller Coaster Tycoon growing up. Same people made this. When I was growing up, I'm going to date myself, but I played the original.
Welcome to Madagascar. It's
Roller
quite the
Coaster
change of
Tycoon.
scenery from dreary old
And
England, huh?
I loved it. And the same
Apart
people
from the
made
weather,
this.
I
This is
suppose.
fantastic.
They don't call these places rainforests for nothing. The zoo you'll be working in is an ape sanctuary, where we're doing vitally important conservation work. Not just for apes, but for all kinds of species. But apes, well, apes are some of the closest relatives to humans there are. And yet, the way the world treats them is like, well, very much like some of us treat our actual relatives. Anyway, that's why I'm determined that our operation here does some good. If we can all leave some part of the world in a better state than we found it, we'll have lived lives worth living. And speaking of states, I have a horrible feeling I left the house in the right one. When I get back, I expect my life won't be worth living at all.
Your wife's gonna get you. This
What
is
do
gonna
you
be
think
a
of
fun little
Madagascar,
tutorial.
then?
Nancy
Bit warm
again.
for my taste, to
Nancy,
be
I heard
honest.
you didn't like me
Anyway,
and you didn't
this
think I was
is
gonna make
Burnley's
it.
Primate Sanctuary. It's not just primates, though. We've got all sorts of animals. So why don't we go and
You're
have a
lucky
look
we
at
live
some
in
of
a
them,
zoo,
eh?
otherwise you'd be eating
We'll
crow.
start by taking a look at the red-ruffed lemurs. They're the ones that look like they should be in a Shakespeare play. Come on, let's head over to them.
Oh man, love me some lemurs. Once I get the ropes down, we're gonna build a zoo from scratch, and we're gonna fill it with reptiles and cute little fuzzy animals. Red pandas are my favorite mammals. I'm gonna absolutely lose my shit whenever I see them in this game. I'm gonna follow them around with a little animal camera all the time. Y'all are gonna be so bored. Love me some red pandas. Hey, welcome to chat. All right, locate the highlighted area. Locate the highlighted area.
Red-ruffed lemurs are found in the rainforests of Masoala.
Let me see
That's in
these
northeast
cute little
Madagascar. They can actually live
Madagascar.
anywhere from 15 up to 25
Oh,
years.
The same person was
Fancy
in
that, eh?
charge
Okay, when you're
of the
ready, let's go
enrichment of
find
these
our
animals
Bornean
as the
orangutans.
last tutorial, and they did a terrible job. You got bored animals. Don't tell me what to do to go see the orangutans, because we're gonna watch the look at. Chat, I fucked up. It was a weird time to catch this lemur. Huh! Now we'll just do a straight Twitch stream that's like 24 hours of just following a lemur around. Just kidding. Maybe. We'll see. Alright, let's find the other area. Orangutans.
The Bornean orangutan is such a marvelous creature.
Oop.
They're always a big favourite at any zoo they feature in. And they're also the biggest tree-dwelling animal on the planet. Assuming you don't count any lions that got stuck up one. Oh, why don't you take a better look at them? Open up their information panel and go
Nancy,
into the animal
I'm
camera.
way ahead of you.
Aren't they just incredible?
Way ahead of you. Look at
When
her
you're
go.
ready, let's go and have a look-see at some of our beautiful bonobos. They're quite the characters.
A bonobo. Not familiar with that. I'm sure I'll recognize it. I love zoos.
Oh, dear. It looks like we've arrived just in time. One of the habitat's barriers has collapsed.
Excuse
You
me?
know it, one of the bonobos has made a run for it. We'll need to catch them. But before we do, we should box up the other bonobos to stop them escaping too. Select the habitat boundary to bring up the habitat information panel.
They forgot that I have the powers of what's his name? The Worldo. I've got Dio Brando Stan's power. I just stopped time. We're gonna catch that bonobo real quick. But first, let's fix the barrier.
Good. Now open the Animals tab.
Box up the remaining bonobos with box all animals.
Wait, why would I do that? I paused.
Now, we'll need a vet to recapture that escaped bonobo. But it seems our last one left to do some research in the wild.
What?
Not an ideal situation. So, we'll need to hire a replacement sharpish.
Go into the staff tab of the browser.
You've been running this zoo without a vet. It's a good thing I'm here. Because
You can find all of your staff in here.
it's
but there's no
amazing.
time to go looking at their particulars at the moment. Hire a vet.
It's already done. I'm going to put him in there with them. Just kidding. I guess I can't do that.
Great. Now
Lame.
let's deal with our escapee before they can cause too much havoc. Use the animal alerts to jump to the escaped bonobo.
Animal alerts. Dangerous animals escaped. It's Planet of the
Then
Apes all over
press
again.
Call vet to... Yep, you guessed it. Call the
Call
vet
the
over
vet?
to capture it.
Okay. So I hear what we're saying.
Okay, that's the relief. So while the vet deals with our bonobo
I paused
friend,
time.
let's go fix up
Like-
their habitat so they can't escape again. Head back over there. As you can see, the barrier's collapsed. Someone's taken their eye off the ball, obviously. Let's get this one
Hey,
replaced.
welcome to chat.
Select the barrier and then we'll edit it. Delete the
Done.
broken section of barrier and replace it with a brand spanking new one.
What? Okay. Brand new one. Wooden logs.
Good.
Snap to fit.
Now that we've done that, we need to make sure to add climb-proof barriers to the top. That way the bonobos won't be able to climb out.
Excuse
Just
me?
make sure you've got the correct piece of barrier selected when you do that.
Climb proof. What? Both. And what if we just like selected all of it? How are you going to tell me outside placement area when I did exactly what you wanted? Make the boundary climb proof. Oh my goodness. Climb proof options are in here. I see that.
Okay, so go into the options section and select which side the climb-proof barrier needs to go on. And don't get it wrong. We're more worried about bonobos climbing out than guests climbing in. Nicely done. And I think it's
Both.
high time we unboxed those bonobos, wouldn't you say? The poor mites will get sad if we leave them in there for too long. Select the habitat barrier to bring up the habitat information panel again.
Got it.
And then open the animals tab.
Oh, I can't unbox them
And
because I
finally,
paused time
use
because I'm a
unbox
genius.
all animals to let them out. I expect some of them are bursting for the
No, he's running the
toilet.
wrong way. Okay, now we unbox them.
So, it turns out that as well as the old vet leaving, the zoo's mechanics did too.
What?
We'll need to hire a couple of new
What
ones
are
so
y'all
we can help
doing?
stop any more breakouts. You see, mechanics do all sorts of helpful things around the zoo, but one of their most important jobs is taking care of the habitat barriers. Without mechanics around to repair them, the barriers will crack, crumble, and fall down. And before you know it, we'll be overrun with escaped animals.
Head into the staff tab of the browser again.
Already done. The bare essentials is crazy.
Gosh, we have been busy, haven't we? Good work there. I'm off for a cuppa. Oh, I think Bernie wants a word with you.
Well, you can tell Bernie. He can talk to me his damn self.
Oh, I hear you had a bit of an issue with an escaped bonobo. The main thing is that you dealt with it swiftly. And more importantly, without the animals stealing someone's clothes, putting them on, and then walking out of the front gate.
Is that common?
You see, another key responsibility for our vets is animal research. Researching animals allows vets to unlock new enrichment items, additional information for our education resources, enhanced breeding programs, and improvements to food quality. Oh, the animals' food, not the vets. It'll take more than a research grant to improve the staff canteen. Anyway, as you can see, research is a key part of running your zoo. In order for a vet to undertake research, they require a research centre. And once again, that's something that this zoo is missing. So let's build one. I've marked out an area for you to put it.
Okay. There's something here.
Now, you've probably noticed that there's already a building where I want you to build the research centre. Don't worry. You see, the building that's currently there is actually a hollow shell. So we're able to place our new building inside of it.
Interesting.
If you select the research centre for placement and then hover over the shell, you'll see that it asks if you want to add the research centre to the existing building.
Place a research center.
Now,
just
select
gonna
the
put it
building to
inside?
add it to it. Oh, but that won't place it just yet, though.
First, we'll need to rotate our research center so it automatically connects to the path when we place it.
What? Yeah, I hear what you're saying. Oh, oh. I don't like
Splendid
doing
work.
that. I did not like that at
Now
all.
that we have a brand spanking new research center, we can give our vets something to do in there.
Hey, welcome to chat.
Oh, by the way, it's worth noting that the vets will only do research when they're not required to do any other jobs. That said, you can change what jobs a vet does via their information panel. But let's not worry about that just now.
Okay.
So, let's get our vet
feel like that's
researching
important, but-
ring-tailed lemurs.
Pop open the access menu, head into Zoo Management, then go to the Vet Research section.
Okay.
Here, you can see a list of all the animals present in your zoo, and also all of the potential diseases that can occur.
Now,
Yeah, we got
assign your vet
cockroaches.
the ring-tailed lemur to start their research.
Actually, thinking about it, I'm not sure we've got any education boards or speakers by the lemur's habitat. Let's head over there and add some, so our guests can learn all about the furry little delights.
Yo, we can get zoo staff that tell the people about the guests. Hey, that's great. I'm here.
First off, let's pop down 2 education boards. Place them on the habitat barriers at a height that guests can see, or, if you like, pop them down on a stand.
Okay. Visual media. There's so much to this. Habitat education board set.
Okay, now that they've been put into position, we have to tell them what animal to display information about. Select one of the education boards to bring up its information panel. And from the drop-down list, select ring-tailed lemur.
Way ahead of
Although
you.
I'm sure that last part was obvious. When you link an
Not when
education
red
board or a
ruffed
speaker
lemur
to
is
an
listed
animal,
there too.
you need to make sure that said animal is close by. If it isn't, the guests will get confused and won't learn as much.
I've been to a zoo where that was the case.
Okay, now that we've done the education boards, let's pop down a pair of speakers. Speakers play audio to the guests so they can learn while they look at the animals, instead of having to go through the laborious process of reading. Oh, one thing to bear in mind is that it's important not to put the speakers too close together. If you do, the guests won't be able to understand what's being said.
Hey, welcome to chat.
Now we simply need to link the speakers to the ring-tailed lemurs.
Done.
Just like you did with the education boards.
Way ahead of you, Nancy. See, you didn't think I was going to last. Now I'm finishing shit before you can even
Fantastic.
stop it.
Oh,
Yeah, I
It's
know.
worth remembering that
dare
education
you.
boards and speakers both need power to work. They won't do much good without it.
Oh, it looks as though our vet has completed their research on ring-tailed lemurs.
Yeah, what did
We'll
you do?
need
Look
to
at him and say,
collect the
yep, that's a
results.
ring-tailed lemur.
Head back into the vet
Research
area
level 5.
to take a look at their findings.
Collect your research rewards. Just so you know, vets will continue to research an animal even after successfully completing a research level. I suppose when you're in the zone, you're in the zone.
Toy enrichment, Food unlock level 3, food enrichment, toy enrichment. This is
Well,
great.
now that we've enriched the lives of our guests, let's enrich the lives of our ring-tailed lemurs.
I like to
Some
move it,
animals,
move it.
like
I
lemurs,
like
will
to
have a
move it, move
climbing
it.
need. That means they have a requirement for a certain amount of climbing space. And you can fulfill that requirement by building them a climbing frame. Let's find out how much more climbing space our lemur friends need, shall we? Select one of them and bring up their information panel.
Buddy. These people did a terrible job taking care of... Look at this!
Hop over to the terrain tab.
Less sand. They did terrible with it.
Now, as you can see, the lemurs need quite a lot more climbing space. But as it happens, I've already got a climbing frame blueprint built for you. So you can either pop that down or build one yourself from scratch. By the way, it's not always just climbing needs that you have to worry about. Other animals might need a certain amount of water in their habitat so they can go for a swim. They certainly do keep us on our toes.
Your climbables. Oh, climbing frames are enrichments. Got it. Lemur climbing frame. Oh my goodness. They're really gonna move it, huh?
Oh, that's a great climbing frame for them. They're going to
They're just gonna jump the fuck
absolutely
out.
love it. Do you know what would make them even happier, though? Nicer food. But that's true of all of us, though, isn't it? You can unlock better quality food for animals through research. Luckily, we've already unlocked some for the lemurs, so all that remains is to make sure they get served it from now on. Let's bring up the habitat
Hey, welcome to
information
chat.
panel by selecting the lemur habitat.
We gotta do something about these lemurs not being happy, okay? And it's not just the food. Okay, I'm here. Diet? We need more enrichment. Set the food quality to grade 2. You know, it would be like super duper helpful if it gave me some kind of context for that. I'm just saying, you know, this is environment enrichment, right? Social, like this is cool and everything, but like, did it say select the barrier? See, that doesn't help either. What if we select the whole habitat, right? I'm gonna run over on my time. I just did. We're gonna move to enlisted after I figure out how to help these lemurs. We started off. This is more stressful than I thought it was gonna be. I just wanted this to be fun. Okay, welfare. Vet requested. Box animal, Zoopedia, camera, go to, I'm assuming. Keeper assigned, vet request. Okay. Food. How do I set their... Oh, it's contraceptives. We're going to figure this out, chat. Or maybe I won't. Maybe we're just not going to figure it out. And they're going to be sad forever. Enrichment. No, we already... I know I'm going to have to take care of that, but I need... Social, adult population, current mate, none. No, we get all this. We saw all this already. Physical stats? No. Lifetime stats? No. Nutrition. Last meal quality. See, I can't do anything with that. Animal's not hungry. Am I tripping? We're going to start with that. Am I tripping? Welcome to chat. Terrain, barriers. Just demolish. We don't want to do that. No, there's no way it's... You see, that wasn't even what it told me to do. I swear it said pick the barrier.
Frame and better food. Oh, you've really spoilt those lemurs rotten. Now, I think it's time we looked at one of the zoo's most important responsibilities. Releasing animals into the wild. You see, when we feel an animal is ready, we can release them into the wild. But what makes an animal a good candidate for release? Well, their age is an important factor. I mean, we can't release an animal that's a juvenile, just as we can't release one that's gotten too old. Shut up, Nancy, look at the baby. They'll also need to be fertile. After all, the idea is to repopulate the wild, so the best candidates will have a high fertility gene. And together, the age and fertility of a candidate will determine how many conservation credits we'll be rewarded when we release them. Now, conservation credits are vitally important. They're the lifeblood of your zoo, because earning them allows you to adopt even more animals. And what's more, the animals you can adopt will be of a higher quality. So, with that in mind, let's pop over to our orangutan habitat.
No, we're not finishing that. Okay, so we're going to save right now. And we'll pick this back up next Monday. Again, I do have a schedule that we're going to try to adhere to. We're going to do, chill game in morning, early morning rather. And then once we shift over from there for an hour and a half-ish, we're going to take a 10-minute break now. So I'll be back at 10:40. Which that's the time for me, but it's 10 minutes from now. I will be back and we're going to put on Enlisted, so I hope to see y'all there. You can watch me commit war crimes and or more than likely have them committed unto me. So with that, I do appreciate y'all coming and hanging out. Please, of course, choose to follow me. Give me the little heart. That way you know when I'm live. Again, I have a schedule. It'll be chill, then labor intensive, and then the next day we move on. It's going to be a different game two different games every single day. The schedule will remain the same though. So like next Monday we'll be Planet Zoo and Enlisted, and then so on. So if you would please just take a look at that, and I will catch y'all in about 10 minutes.